gosh. Okay, so welcome everyone. May 23rd, next weekend's Memorial Day. So many of you are already making plans for what that holiday is going to look like, camping, doing outings, and Katie is going to be sharing with us tonight just of how to navigate through a holiday or through events or camping or vacations, because life is full of changes. And so knowing how to navigate through them and having a plan is the real key. If you're new to this call, we just want to say welcome. We're super excited to have you. And it's about encouraging each other, sharing your victories so that others can be inspired, and just being bold enough to speak out, because your story will inspire someone, whether you're just starting and it's your first week and you haven't even got to weigh but you feel great, or if it's, you're down 100 pounds. We want, and everything in between. And maybe it's not just weight. Maybe it's medications that the doctor's taking you off. Maybe you're sleeping better. All of those are inspiring, because even if your story doesn't exactly relate to me, I probably know someone who it does. So when you talk about how great it is that your arthritis is not hurting as much, guess what? That reminds me of my mom or my aunt. And so, there's so many aspects that this program affects. So without further delay, I want to introduce Katie Quinn. She's going to be sharing our habits of health tonight. Katie, come on.
All right. Thanks, Paula. So I'm going to share a few things to help you be successful during the holiday weekend. Some of these are going to apply to any holiday that you're going to have occur in your life. Some of these are going to be more relevant for like summer barbecues. So I'm going to start with some general things, and then I'm going to go into more specifics about maybe dealing with the summer barbecue. And as far as thinking about what you want to accomplish, if you have paper and pencil and as I'm writing, you're thinking, oh, that would be a good tip, just type it into the chat box. If you're new, at the bottom of the screen, there's a little chat bubble and it says chat. And feel free to type in your tip too. I'm positive that what I'm saying is not an all-inclusive list. These are just some ideas that have worked for me and for some of my clients. So the first tip I have is, if you are going to attend some sort of celebration, consider eating before you go. It's just like when you go grocery shopping. You don't want to go grocery shopping hungry. You don't want to go to a party hungry. If you go to an event and you're starving, the first thing you're going to want to do is hang out at the food table, and then you're probably going to spend a lot of time there. So if you can eat before you go, it's going to allow you to have success while you're there. Also, while you're at these events, keep an extra bar with you. I mean, that's one of my favorite things about our program, is how convenient and easy it is. And so our food is so great because you can grab it and put it in a purse. So if you can keep some extra bars on hand with you while you're out and about, maybe not just one, if you know you're going to be out all day, put 3, 4 in your purse, and then, great if at the end of the day you still have them left. And also, be mindful that it's going to be really hot, at least where we are. So chocolate might be something just to be mindful of, like, oh, I might not want a melty chocolate bar in my purse. So it might be good to choose a different snack that won't melt in your purse. And then when you do get to the buffet line or the variety of food that you can select from, be picky. Look everything over, think about what you want to select, and then make your decision, rather than going through the line and saying, ooh, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, because that can really lead us into a trap. But if we look everything over, we are in control and we're in charge of our feelings, then we can make more mindful decisions of how we want to accomplish our goals. Keep water in your dominant hand. For me, this is a really powerful tool, because a lot of times in social gatherings, I can feel weird if someone else is carrying stuff or people are eating, and I might feel tempted and want to participate too. Keeping water in your dominant hand, one, allows you to stay hydrated and not have that thirst hunger that you've probably experienced. I see a lot of you drinking right now. But two, it makes it so that you feel like you're participating and you're getting to be part of things. But it's water. So it's a really great healthy habit for you. Also, think about being people-centered rather than food-centered. So many times I talk to people and they're so excited about Aunt Cindy's apple pie and Grandma's macaroni salad and all these other things that maybe they've enjoyed in the past. And I'm not saying that you can't enjoy them. This is a choice and you get to make your own choice. It's your health journey. But if you go to a gathering and your main focus is getting to eat that apple pie, well, I'm sure Aunt Cindy made it because she enjoys spending time with you. She didn't make it just because she loves the pie. So being mindful of like, okay, I'm in control of my decisions. I don't have to have everything. And if you know you're going to have something that's going to be really tempting every year, you've always had the macaroni salad. Maybe you do allow yourself one bite so that you get to try that, you get to have it, and then you move on. You know, it's not about depriving ourselves, but it is about being in control of our decisions and not allowing that to spiral and have 2-3 plates full of something that's going to make us feel bad about ourselves later. Staying away from the food table. If there are different tables that you can select, don't pick the one right next to the food table. That just sets everyone up for failure. I can't sit by the food table. I don't know if you guys just have like willpowers that are way stronger than me, but I can't see that leading me to any sort of success, nor any of you. So just do your best to try to pick seating that's a little bit further away from the food so that you're not picking and thinking about it the whole time. Also, think about having sugar-free gum in your purse or sucking on a mint, something else that just gets the flavor of food out of your mouth so you're not thinking about it once the meal is over. And again, it kind of keeps your mouth busy and it's not on food. And then the last, most important general thing, make a plan with your coach. So when you do your weekly check-ins this week, talk through with your coach what scenario you're going to find yourself in. Are you hosting? Are you going to parties? Do you have multiple events that you're going to have to endure? Are you at a pool? Whatever situation you're going to find yourself in this weekend, have a plan with your coach and write it out. It's really important to have it in writing and talk it over with someone that you trust. And then if you get in a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm here and all I want to do is eat the chocolate pie and what am I going to do? Send a picture to your coach. Send a text to your coach. I promise as a coach, I would much rather my clients reach out to me when they're struggling rather than have to do restorative damage afterwards. So reach out while you're struggling. Your coach wants to hear from you. They want to support you. That's why we're all in this together. And then a couple of specific tips when it comes to summer barbecues. So I actually just had a woman call me this past weekend. She was going camping with Boy Scouts, and she was really concerned because they were going to do a lot of meals that were grilling, and she wasn't sure about how can I have like hamburgers and hot dogs. Like that's obviously not on plan. I don't know what to do. So my best advice is bring something you can have. Bring a turkey burger or bring some chicken that they can throw on the grill. No one minds making something that you brought. One, I mean, most people love that you brought your own food, honestly. And two, that allows you to stay on program. Those are really healthy, great options, and you're going to feel really good afterwards. You're not going to have that bloated, yucky, tired feeling. You're going to feel great because you fueled your body the proper way. And then the other thing, offer to bring something. Everyone loves someone who brings something to a party. Maybe offer to bring an appetizer and like a dessert or something. And there are so many recipes on Sandy's Kitchen. I don't know if you know this, but Sandy's Kitchen is actually monitored by Nutrition Support. So the things that you find on there are great choices. There's a tab it's called MetaFast Recipe Box. Those are specifically for people on plan. They've got great appetizer options. They also have main dish options. And if you haven't checked that out, I would encourage you to look at that so that you can offer to bring something, or also consider chopping up some fresh vegetables. Super simple. You don't even have to do a whole lot of extra work there. Just something easy to bring. And the other really important thing to consider, don't skip meals because you're trying to save your calories for the big meal of the day. I talk to people sometimes who say, oh, I got off program and I had a dessert, but I didn't eat my meal replacement, so it's all good. And that's not what we want to hear as coaches. Actually, if you make a decision that you don't feel great about, you still need your meal replacement. You still need 5 of those a day, even if you make a choice that's not great, because it's the right balance of protein, carbs, and fat for us. So you need to make sure that you're getting that nutritional value from your meal replacements, even if you do go off track a little bit. So being mindful to make sure that you get all of those meal replacements in. And then if you're hosting, lucky you, because you have all the power and that's really the way to go. So for future reference, if you're not hosting this time, consider hosting next time. You get to choose the main selection. You can have lots of veggies, low-fat dips, and salsa. That's an awesome route to go. And the other really cool thing is, I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing like going to a barbecue and feeling like you've just been sabotaged. Like, it's not great when you go to an event and all they've got is unhealthy food. And I promise other people feel the same way. They don't want to come to your house and only have unhealthy things. It's not like you're going to be the uncool one. People want to go and be able to feel good and have healthy options. And the really cool thing is that you can share with other people what you're doing, why you're doing this, why it's important to you, and why you're offering these healthy things for them too. You want them to thrive in their health. You want them to feel great about themselves. And then send those leftovers home. You don't need to have a bunch of extra food at your house. Get rid of it, move on, and continue along with your life. And the couple last tips I just want to say is that health is one in the light. So I talk to a lot of clients who struggle to share with other people what they're doing. They feel embarrassed or they feel like they're doing something wrong. And if that's you, I want to tell you that was me. I felt really, really embarrassed to tell people I was doing a diet plan. And now that I've been coaching for a while, I have obviously become enlightened to it's just not a diet plan. It's a way of life. Like, this is my life now. I feel really proud of having a healthy lifestyle. And oftentimes when people ask what you're doing or inquire what you're doing, they're not judging you. They want to do it too. They're curious. They're wondering what you're doing. This is an awesome opportunity for you to share with other people how great you feel, how healthy you're feeling. And, when you share with people, all you're telling them is, I eat 6 small meals a day. I drink a lot of water, and I work with a free health coach. You have to keep it real simple. You move on. No one wants to have someone at their party who's the person who's like, oh, I can't have this. Oh, why can't I have this? Oh, woe is me. No one wants to be around those people. So remember, health is one in the light. We have an opportunity to share, and we don't eat according to a diet. We eat according to our goals. And you have an opportunity this weekend, just like every other weekend, to eat according to your goals. And I just want to let you know this community is here for you. We're all going through the same thing. We're all enduring the same struggles. And yeah, cheering for you, and I know you can do it.
Katie, thanks so much. Wow, those were great. I was writing. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, but those were great tips, and I didn't have them all myself. So I love that. I was thinking a couple things came to mind that you were talking about the cookouts, and I saw that popped up on the chat line that the cookouts are sometimes hard. They're really not if you plan ahead. Because, right, we can even have a burger. Just wrap it in lettuce. Do a lettuce wrap, your tomatoes and your pickles and your condiments. Or you can do taco, like some people do fajitas on the grill, and it's just like all the toppings are there. Again, make that into a lettuce wrap. Or if you want to bring a fun thing to barbecue, instead of nachos on the barbecue, bring nachos, but make them on sweet peppers with all your toppings. And so it's a matter of just being creative. And Katie, I'm so glad that you suggested Sandy's Kitchen Adventures, because it's amazing. And then one more thing, because of the picnic idea, is we have a great recipe for potato salad that is made with cauliflower. It's amazing. So when you get to that picnic or the barbecue, again, hopefully you're hosting it. If you're not, make sure you bring things that you can eat, because if nothing else, you can eat what you brought. I just went blank. It was a really good idea too. I'm just certain of it. Oh, I know. Always start with your salad and your protein, because if you see all the other stuff, you notice, you kind of get tempted, but go say, okay, no matter what, eat my salad, eat my protein, and you'll be so surprised the other stuff isn't tempting when you've satisfied properly and you have good balance. So it's time to grab diet soda if we're not proponents necessarily of diet drinks, but if that keeps you, gives you sweet tooth, like Katie said about the sugar-free gum, hey. And oh gosh, there's so many more ideas, but just connect with your health coach. And if they can't help you, then ask them to reach out to their health coach, because we have lots of ideas and probably a whole list somewhere. But Katie, those were great. Maybe you could would you mind posting some of those on the Get Healthy and Thrive page?
Yeah, I'll comment under the video, and I'll put all the ideas.
Love it. And then if other people think of ideas that they've done, please add to that in the comments, because we all get better from each other. So thank you, Katie. That was awesome. Now, we'd like to go into our favorite time of the day, which is the client celebration. So if you've been shy up until this point and you want to come on and just say, just 10 seconds, we would love that. Trust me, no one's judging, and no one likes personal or public speaking, but this isn't public speaking. It's just us, and you're only this big on everyone's screen, so they can't even really see you. So Sean, Cody, would you come on mute, off mute?
Paul, thank you, and thanks for letting me lead this part of the call. And it is really exciting. It's really fun to hear when those of you have had successes and you get to share that. And really, when you think about it, sharing that is great for yourself to know that just to hear the encouragement from this group for what you've done, but it can also be really encouraging to someone else, and you may not even know the impact that it may have on someone else, knowing what they can accomplish too. So I decided to kind of have a little bit of fun with celebrations today, and so I'm going to kind of throw out some categories. I'm interested to hear those of you who may fall into that. So I'm interested, have any of you in this last week gotten an unexpected compliment from someone for how well you're doing on your health journey? Feel free to just take yourself off of mute and share it and just jump right in.
I'll go, Sean.
Awesome, I can.
Hey. Okay, so this is so random, but every morning I drop my daughter off at school, and there's the little administrator lady that works at the desk, and she makes sure we check everyone in. She's in preschool. So, and she has the best compliments, I swear. Like, they're so original and so unique, and they're not like, oh, I like your shirt, or, oh, you look nice today. She's like very specific. I love the way that your earrings match your shoes, or I love this. Well, anyways, yesterday she said, oh my gosh, I just love you. You look like a petite French teacher. And I was like, thanks. Like, I mean, it's really awesome, and I'm like, I'll take it, petite French teacher. But just the fact that she said petite, I'm like, I'm pretty sure never in my lifetime have I been referred to as petite or French or a teacher. But the petite part is what really got me, and I was like, woohoo! I'm gonna hang out with you every single day. So I don't know, that was pretty cool. And then just to kind of brag on one of my clients, she reached her goal this week, and she starts transition. So I was super. She couldn't be on the call tonight, so she'll have to watch the recording. But I was just so excited for her, and lots of non-scale victories happening on this side of the country. So that's exciting. Thanks for letting me share, Sean.
We can't hear you, Sean. I'm not sure. Hey, Kim, while he's coming on, maybe his internet is problem.
Thank you. I couldn't hear anyone. I couldn't hear anyone else either, and I was disappointed. I didn't get to hear how much Kim lost, but I thought that her story about the compliment was fantastic. You certainly take the prize for having received the most unique compliment this week. No one else even gets a chance. But my next question to everyone is, who has reached a weight milestone today? Maybe it's 10 pounds lost. Maybe it's you've just completed your first week and you're down 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. How many of you or who of you have reached that milestone? Any milestone? And it's even okay if it's been in the last 2 weeks. We'd love to hear. And if no one has hit a particular weight milestone in the last couple of weeks, has anyone reached a non-scale clothing milestone? Did anyone have to get new clothing over the last week or two?
Hey, Sean, this is Annie. I'll share. Can you guys hear me?
Awesome, thank you. Yep.
So I had one, it was probably in the last 2 weeks, but I joined program and was trying to lose like baby weight whilst also getting ready for my wedding. So 2 weeks ago, I finally fit into the size 4 dress that I had purchased like while 4 months pregnant. So it was like a bold choice, but I was super excited and just going to make my day like even more special in July. And I got there earlier than expected. So thanks. And Katie's my coach.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Love hearing that. Well, one thing that Paula mentioned earlier was maybe some of you are having more energy or better sleep than you did before you started a program. So I'd love to hear a celebration from anyone who has better energy or is getting better sleep than they did before.
I'll share. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm Anna. Kristen Bone is my coach, and she's amazing. I actually, in the past week and a half, have had more energy than I feel like I've had in years, and I've had enough energy to work out at the end of the day. And knowing my job, I'm on my feet most of the day, and so being able to work out is a huge NSV for me. So
Wow.
I have a ton of energy with this program. The food's fueling my body great, and it's awesome. So yeah, I've been working out the past week and a half, and that's a really big deal. So
That's great. Congratulations to you. And what do you think on program has helped contribute most to your success, Hannah?
what about the program?
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Oh man. Well, the food, just the convenience of the food is a huge part of it. But I mean, the lean and greens, learning how to eat healthy and how to fuel my body right has really been helpful. Having accountability is huge for me, because if I didn't have that, then I would just eat ice cream and cookies every time I saw it. So the health coach part is a huge plus for me.
Awesome.
And now my husband's doing it too, so that's great because he helps keep me on track. But yeah, I think that the program in general is a super strong program because of the way it's set up with the health coach and the meals, and it's just an easy way to lose weight and be healthy. It's just awesome. So I'm actually hoping to become a health coach in the near future, and I look forward to continuing my journey. I'm about 6 pounds away from my goal weight, and I can't wait to get there.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, love to hear that your husband is doing this with you. That's always so great when we get to see couples. And I don't know if any of you picked up on this while Katie was sharing her tips, but if you look at those tips, really in essence, it's about putting a structure around yourself for success. And one of the best ways that we can give ourselves a good structure for success is a spouse or a good friend who's going to take this journey with us. So great job. I love hearing your story, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my last category, awesome. Last category that I'm interested in hearing is anyone dealing with less pain? Has anyone been able to become pain-free, less arthritis, up on your feet more often, less joint pain? I'd love to hear a victory like that. Does anyone have something to share?
I would love to share, if you don't mind.
Yes, please, Rhonda. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Rhonda. I'm a coach. And actually, let me get my husband Willie in here, because we have a dual victory here going on. Is that literally within 10 days of starting plan, I'd had a back surgery and have a bulging disc in my back. And so literally I found out like 10 days into plan that I didn't need Advil. And so Willie had like shoulder pain. He'd worked at a tire center for 14 years and thought he needed rotator cuff surgery. And literally just probably within a couple weeks, same thing for him. So it was so amazing. So to me, that's been one of the biggest factors of one of the things I share with clients is that, listen, it's not just about weight loss. There's so many other health benefits of being on this plan. It is so far beyond what size pants am I going to fit into and can I wear what I want, whatever. It's really about the health, the energy, the lack of pain, reduction of pain and the lack of need for medications. And so just this last week, I had a client who's only been on for about 8 days. say that she wasn't taking Advil anymore, and people with fibromyalgia, with just reduction in that. So I have story over story, of clients and people saying the same things, because it's incredible. I had no idea that food caused that much inflammation, headaches, and problems in my body. So it's pretty incredible.
Well, that's awesome. It's great to hear your story and that of your client too. And yeah, I mean, pain is can be caused by many factors, but one, carrying extra weight is such an additional stress on our body. But then also making poor, unhealthy food choices is another factor that can cause terrible inflammation. So when we get on program and we're learning the habits of health and we're eating the right food and losing the weight, so many issues like that can just so quickly resolve themselves, and we find ourselves just living a much more optimal life. So with that, I'll open it up for maybe one more story, just kind of a wild card. Feel free to jump in and share something that's been exciting for you, and then we'll wrap this up.
All right, Sean, I really have been waiting. I really want to share, but mine didn't fit in any category.
This one's for you, Katie.
Thank you. The wild card. So my husband and I celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary last weekend, or Friday. And when we did, we wanted to do something special after our son went to bed. And so we talked about like maybe, a fun bottle of wine or like a fun dessert or something. And we decided he is working on being healthier as well. And we decided to do some sparkling water and champagne glasses. So that was like a really fun thing for us of like, yeah, like we could have had alcohol, but it felt really good to make that choice together and be in that together. So
that's awesome. How fun. And I bet you guys had just as much fun as you would have otherwise. It's great. Maybe even more. Thanks, Katie. Well, I'll pass this back off to Paula. Thank you all for sharing your victories. It's been inspiring to me, and I think for probably someone else on this.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Sean, so much. Just remember, reach out to your health coach this holiday weekend, whether you're having guests at your home or you're traveling. If you are traveling down the road and you know that you're going to have to stop and eat while you're driving, look ahead, know what you want, and make sure you find a restaurant that has what you want. You can always order protein and vegetables at whether it's on the menu or not. People are so used to dietary needs, gluten-free, whatever free. And so they already know that they're making, exceptions. So don't be afraid to ask. Actually, it's wonderful. And like Katie said, you're inspiring other people. And those of you who are on your program, remember this weekend is a time for you to oops, we got someone sharing our Patricia Davenport screen. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking, Patricia, and you can unshare. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, this is the time to celebrate and kind of feel good. Wear some clothes that you haven't worn before. Show off in a good way is what I mean. And because you're going to inspire other people. So just say, hey, come do this with me. Come get healthy with me. I haven't felt better in years. The only thing I wish is that I wouldn't have waited so long. And when you say that, other people are looking at you going, yeah, I want it too. So with all that said, good night, everyone. And next Monday is Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day. So we will not be having the call next Monday. Enjoy your family, and we will see you in 2 weeks from tonight. Good night, everyone.